Hi guys, it's me Kika and welcome back to episode 2 of Kika's Belief. So, as you can tell, episode 1 was more about questions and to get to know me, and episode 2, this video is about my testimony. So, I want to share with you guys how I found Christ and what led me to it. I do not think that I fit in the mold of coming here, sitting down here to talk to you guys about Christ, about his words, and to talk to you guys about what I know, because I don't feel pure enough. But at the end of the day, we all learn. I'm just here to come and share the words that I know and what I'm learning. I just want to share with you guys. And honestly, I know that as long as I'm being honest with myself, I'm being honest with the words that I'm saying, I think Jesus is really happy with what I'm doing. I am letting other people know who he is, and I think that's what he really wants. What I'm hoping to accomplish in these little episodes and the little Kika's Belief things that I'm doing, I just want to create a safe space for people to be comfortable with me, to be open with me and come talk to me. And if they need help with the Bible and stuff like that, I can always be, the person they go to, because that's my goal, honestly. And I just, it's a safe space. If you want to talk in the comments, let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts about Jesus, God, anything, honestly. I also want to create a space where I can talk about my walk with God and basically show my imperfections, because as Christians, people also often think that Christians don't have a life. The only thing they do is basically follow God, and it's not really a bad thing. We do have a life. Literally, the life is following God, and it's such an amazing life outside of what. It's better to follow God than follow what society says, because honestly, God is the better way. And I just want people to see my imperfections, because yes, I'm a Christian. I want to follow Jesus. I want to be one of the people that he sends to help others and all that. But at the same time, I also struggle with things. I also struggle with understanding the Bible and stuff like that. So just my imperfections. I struggled with stuff before, and I'm struggling with stuff right now. But that doesn't mean I'm going to give up on who I am and what God said that I would be, just because I have struggled. You do not have to be perfect to have a relationship with God. He does not need you to be perfect to come to him. Come with your imperfections. He's telling you to come with your imperfections so that he can fix you with your broken heart. Whatever you're going through, God is asking you to come to him. Okay, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about how I really found God. So I need my Bible. So before I start, I'm gonna give you guys a background story of where I'm from and all that. So I'm from Haiti, and growing up in Haiti, a lot of people there are Catholic. My family and we were Catholics. My family did a good job, growing me in God's eyes. That's how I know of him. We would go to church every Sundays, not every Sundays, but most Sundays, once a while like that. But I felt like it was something that I was forced to do. It wasn't something that I really wanted to, and so I didn't have a relationship with God. Most of the time, you know how Catholic people, they have to do their first communion. Then I was forced to study the story, to study these type of things. That's how I know of Jesus, but I didn't really have a personal connection with him. It's now that I really understand what it's like to have freedom, true freedom. I go my whole childhood not struggling with mental health. I was in a happy place. Even if my mom and my dad were not together, they were not married, when they had me, I was 2 years old when I moved in with my aunt, my cousins and stuff like that. Everything was perfect, honestly. I had the most amazing childhood. I had a stepmom that was caring, loving to me. My aunt, she really loved me with all her heart. She took me in her home as if I was her own kid, and still this day, she still takes care of me. My parent, my godfather, I call him my parent. Same for my parent. They took me in their home with their, literally as if I was their own kids. And my grandmother, same thing. I grew up with all of them. I did not struggle one bit when I was a kid, but I had the most amazing childhood. My dad was around. I didn't have my mom around, which wasn't a problem at the time because I didn't really know her, and I would see her from time to time sometimes, but not often. It wasn't really a problem. I had my dad, my stepmom, my aunt, everything, literally the most amazing childhood I could ever ask. But then growing up, I really struggled with mental starting from when my dad in a way left to go like he lived with us, but then in a way he stopped taking care of me the way he used to before, and that kind of affected me as a girl that really loved her dad. But my dad is in my life right now, don't get me wrong, don't be sad for me, he's in my life, he loves me, I love him, we're still in contact. But I never really struggled until I grew up with a lot of different problems started happening, stuff started happening in my life, and then I struggled with mental health. That's when I was at a really low point in my life. It kept getting worse and worse because I was not educated. I didn't know how to make it stop, and I knew of God. And so that time when I couldn't take it anymore, I literally turned to God and I was like, why me? Why am I suffering so much right now? Like what is happening? I don't know what's going on. And that's when I really believed that he looked at me and he was like, okay, you're ready. Like I feel like he talked to me and he was like, okay, you're ready to come find me now. Like you turned to me and asked me help, I'm gonna help you right now. We had so many things happening in our lives, like my family, my cousin Yala, which is my brother, we grew up together. When he was younger, he went to have, go with his friends to have fun and stuff like that, and then he got into a car accident, an accident, and his arm, literally his whole arm was like messed up, like bones were broken, like we thought that he was gonna lose the arm, blood everywhere, it was really bad. And then my family is such a believer in God and praying and stuff like that, and so my aunt, she started praying and praying and praying, and the whole family started praying for him, and he survived, his arm survived, and his arm is working right now. Same thing with my grandmother. I said it before, she had cancer, and the doctor said, oh, there's nothing we can do for her, there's no cure for it, she's just gonna have to take her medicines and then until her time is ready to go. And hello, my grandmother is the one that took care of me for my whole life. I am not letting her go. My whole family got together, we started praying and praying and praying. God healed my grandmother, and that's when I understood, it clicked in my head a little bit, like, oh, God is really the answer. If God is gonna heal my brother, my grandmother, he's really the answer. After my grandmother got healed from cancer, completely healed, nothing's wrong with her anymore, she got a stroke. We thought that she wouldn't be able to walk or talk anymore. And then we prayed again, same thing, prayed everything, prayed, the whole family getting together, praying for her, praying. She's healed. She went to therapy, everything, and she's healed. She's 100% completely fine. And I believe that she is not gonna get sick anymore. And then I realized that, oh, like, wow, like that's so amazing how all of these things were happening in my life. Yeah, my brother Yala got healed completely. My grandmother got healed completely with both of the things she was struggling with before. I understood that God was the answer. I really understood. And so I was like, okay, my whole family knows everything I went through because it's so horrible. I'm not gonna get into details because some things have to be private. My family started praying for me. We all started praying, getting together, praying for me. Still didn't have Jesus in my life. I would pray, but still didn't have a personal relationship connection. I was not educating on why everything was happening to me. And then kept praying, and then I kept receiving some messages. I kept receiving some clues, some hints, and stuff like that, but they didn't want to hear it, they didn't want to listen to them until I saw that progress was happening in my life. I was getting better and better, and I'm like, wait, Jesus is really the answer. I arrived here at UT my second year of college. Last semester, a friend of mine, you guys know her, Chloe. If you guys don't, well, a friend of mine, Chloe, she was looking for a Christian organization on campus, and then she invited me to come to Crew with her, and I said, okay, yeah, I'll check it out. Months later of attending Crew, I really liked what I was seeing. I really liked everything. Then I reached out to the president, the leader president. Her name is Rachel. We're basically friends right now. And I reached out to the staff, and then I told them that, hey, like, I really want to have a personal relationship with God. I would like to know how, to get closer to God, and what are the steps I could take, the first step for me to be able to, have that personal relationship that I want. And then they basically introduced me to the 4 and it's basically the 4 is basically the gospel, which explains how you can have a relationship with God. And so I started going to crew, kept going to crew, kept having a better firm relationship with God. It's to tell you how God can really work in people's life if you really want him in your life. Like, guys, and after reaching for things, like, I was really craving for God. I was craving Jesus. It wasn't just like, okay, I'm just waiting for him to come find me. Yeah, some people God go find you, but some people you have to go find God. And I believe that God came and found me. He decided that I was going to be one of his child, but at the same time I was craving for him. I was searching for God. I looked everywhere for me to be able to have a better relationship with God and how to do it. On YouTube, Instagram, podcast, all of that. And it's to show you, if you're willing to open your heart to him, that if you're finding him, craving him, he will come out of where he is. You will find him if you're searching for him. Sometimes life will hit you so hard that it will give you no choice but to follow Jesus, to find him and follow him, because that's basically what happened to me. Tell me why. I knew God, I knew of him. I would pray, I would say that, oh yeah, I believe in God, yes, obviously, but never had a personal relationship with him, never read the Bible. And it's really when I was alone, when life hit me really hard, that I turned to God. And I felt like God literally looked at me and he said, you're ready. Like, you're ready to come find me. I will help you now. Since you opened your heart to me, you opened your life to me, you want to make me in control, I will help you. Because also, we always want to be in control of our own lives. You cannot be in control of everything. You cannot be in control. God is in control. We always want to make decisions on our own when we really need to let God do what he had planned for us already. Ever since I received God in my life, I accepted him, he made miracles in my life. He worked miracles. I'm experiencing miracles after miracles, and I know I have so much more to experience of God, and I know that he has so much more to give me. It's just so amazing how when you have Jesus in your life, you are so happy, you are so joyful, and that's literally me right now. So I understand now that I am his kid, I am his child, I am his daughter, and he really loves me. The same way I know that for sure, 100%. You are too. You are his daughter, you are his son, you are his child, and he loves you so much. It's just a matter of time for you to open your heart, open your life to him, let him come in. And that's another question that my friend asked me. It says how it feels like having the Holy Spirit in your life. It feels like a sense of belonging, having peace in your heart, your mind, your life, basically. But I'm not saying that I'm not human, that I do not struggle with things. I still struggle with a lot of things for the most part, but I know how to deal with them better. And I know that whenever I'm struggling with something's not going my way, I know it is God's plan when something's not going my way. And whenever I'm struggling with something, I just pray. I turn to him, I pray. And you also have to understand that sometimes you're struggling with something thinking that it's the worst thing that could happen, but then God turns it around for you and it becomes the best thing. You guys know I do Bible studies a lot. I go to church every Sunday. It's something that I decide to do. I really genuinely want to do it on my own. Like, I love doing it. Praising is the best thing I learned, and I'm just so glad that I have God in my life right now, and I want you guys to experience it too. That's why every month I'm gonna come up here with a new topic to talk to you guys about. The first one was about getting to know me a little bit better. This one is about my testimony. The next one is gonna be about literally a lesson. Also, guys, I want you guys to know that as I'm talking to you guys about it, I'm also educating myself. And a lot of people I was in a group where people were saying that the Bible is not real, it's written by humans. Yes, but it has the Holy Spirit in it. Like, it is God's words. Whatever's in the Bible is meant to be there. If it wasn't meant to be there, it wouldn't be there. But yeah, I have peace, I have joy, I have happiness. The enemy will try and steal everything good that you have in your life to make you lose hope, lose faith in God and Jesus. But don't ever let him win, because he cannot win. He cannot come and take you away from Jesus, because if you are for Jesus, if you are already his daughter, his son, the enemy cannot take you. He cannot touch you. He can play with your mind, making you think the lies, making you believe lies and stuff like that, but he cannot have authority over your life, because you are already for Jesus. You are already his daughter, his son. That is today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and come back, guys. Come back for more videos because I post weekly. I love you guys, and thank you for watching.